Mate, geez, you've got a pretty handy dog, mate.
Yeah, it's been great. A great journey so far. And rang Jace a couple of years ago and said, wouldn't mind getting back into the dogs. He said, well, it might take me a little bit of time, but he's found a handy one.
Yeah.
And we nearly broke the track record in his first ever trial. He rang me up and said, I reckon we might have another golden currency. Who, of course, I was there as a young fellow. I think I was about 9 or 10, maybe 10 years old, if I do the maths correctly. And Golden Currency won the first ever Topgun in a dead heat with Worth backing.
Yes.
I think it was, and I remember being there at Sandown Park on that infamous night. So when I had my own dog in a Topgun tonight, I just couldn't miss it.
Now, Brownie, you hail from Warrnambool. The Mugovan family are a famous greyhound family in the southwest of Victoria. So as a boy, did you used to go and walk the dogs, and did you have any impact in training dogs when you were a young fella?
I love the dogs. Yeah, I worked for first job as a... First job really, apart from playing footy, was a greyhound handler.
Yeah.
So when the first big step was getting the greyhound licence at the age of 14 years old, and I led out 2 cup winners.
Did you?
I led out another classic in the Horsham Cup.
Yeah.
And another currency in the Warrnambool Cup, where I had to wear a tuxedo as a 14-year-old, and I had braces. So great memories. So obviously great time. Kevin Mugovan Jr. who is my uncle, who's, obviously had many great dogs over the journey, and of course then my mum decided to have a crack at it and trained her first dog, and it was called Modern Assassin.
Yes.
And won a couple of Group 1s, so I've had a great history.
Yeah. How'd you get back? Why did you want to get back in the dogs? And you found it, as we just pointed out, ALPHA ZULU could be one of the best dogs in the country. He might be already the best dog in the country.
Yeah, it's surprising. He's only just turned 2, so he's quite young, but he's developing good racecraft. And just a couple of years ago, I was sick of wasting money on slow racehorses. So I thought, well, I know the greyhounds a hell of a lot more than the horses.
Yeah.
So got back in it. Obviously, Jason's a close family friend, and it's been nice. So, my dear mother, Mary, who passed away tragically last year, and suddenly I think she's looking down from above, and her and Jason were very close, and so it's been a wonderful journey.
Yeah. I was going to say, Brownie, you played at such a high level in football, and now you've got such a fast greyhound, but the resemblances between, being 100% on game day or race day, a lot goes into it, and a lot that we don't see what goes on at the kennel block. Have you had much involvement with ALPHA ZULU, or do you get much update?
Well, you don't really need to when you've got probably one of Australia's greatest trainers of all time, so fair to say he knows how to put the special touch on it, but there is nothing like being involved in the racing industry when you've got a great horse or a great dog, and obviously when you come up into a Group 1, I was fortunate enough to have a little share in Snap Dance, the one a Group 1 Memsy at Caulfield last year, but this is a little bit different because obviously growing up as a kid and understanding the grain industry intimately and being involved in it, I'm really nervous tonight. I genuinely feel as if I'm about to run out in front of a 100,000 crowd at the MCG.
Yeah.
Fortunately enough, I don't have any control over the result tonight. I'm not the one that has to jump because you wouldn't want to back my speed to get out of the boxes. So I'm actually really nervous but excited.
Yeah, I know Ricky Ponting loves his greyhound racing as well. Do you talk to him about the dogs and all that? Because Mark Ward tells me he just tips winners for fun, Ricky Ponting.
Yeah, he does.
And is he jealous that you didn't get him into this dog?
Yeah, he probably is a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's a few jealous people, but they think greyhound racing's easy. But no, punters obviously been a big supporter, and hopefully, I'm looking forward to sort of continue on my involvement with the greyhounds going forward, and if they can end up half as good as ALPHA ZULU, you'll be going all right. But it's going to be exciting next few weeks, and hopefully this is the start of a big few weeks.
Yeah. Do you win tonight?
Well, look, I probably shouldn't talk out of school or pass on information from Jace, but I think we're relatively confident. As we know, you've got to jump well, but I was sort of surprised. Like, he's developing really good craft, and you think last week you can't miss the kick in the Cranbourne Cup, and he missed the kick and follows up the one. So he had really good racecraft and was able to develop that. He rails strongly. I think his second half of his race are really strong, and when he won the final here a couple of months ago, he ran 4.97 to the first split. So he hasn't got a lot of weaknesses in his game, has he? So just hopefully Transponder can clear the field out for us, and he can run straight and take the outsiders out to the outside fence and clear some way for ALPHA ZULU.
Hey, tell us, you played on the big stage, played in front of some big crowds, and I'm sure there was a few nerves there. You said you were nervous for tonight. it's a big 5 weeks for ALPHA Zulu.
Yeah.
There's races here, there and everywhere to contest. Got the Melbourne Cup Phoenix coming up. What are you more nervous for, tonight or the games that have gone by?
To be honest, I'm feeling the nerves. I'm a bit more nervous, I reckon. At least when I was playing, I felt like I had some control over it. Until Scott Burns knocked me out of the first match in 8. But yeah, I'm just a bit nervous about it all. And I know Jace is nervous, and Jace hasn't come tonight because he's a bit superstitious. He reckons he's been to the group ones he's been to this year. When he's turned up, the dog's been beaten, so he's stayed away, which might be a good luck charm. But I'm just really excited. I remember it's a similar feeling. I think when Flying Amy won the Australian Cup in '95, it was here when the Meadows had just started, and Golden Currency was in that race, and he was the hot favourite, and probably had similar sort of nerves. You know, I was 12 or 13 years old, and we expected to come here and win the race, but hopefully we can walk away with a different result tonight.
Last one before I let you go, Brownie. Is he Simon Black, Jason Ackermanis, Vossi? Is he yourself, Lynchy? If he was a football player, which one would he be? Hopefully
he's not Brownie at the boxes tonight.
Might be. Well, hopefully he's not as slow as Simon Black. He's very silky.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Jace. Jace has got the elite speed, so that's what we want tonight.
Is it true Campbell Brown's turning up here as well?
He may be a chance.
Oh, okay.
I think he's looking for an excuse to find his way home, which I think the Meadows is on the way home for him after a big week. So we've got a spot up on the table for Brown Dog.
Oh, he can do whatever he wants. He's an amazing individual. Good on you, Brownie. Thanks for joining us, mate.